Thank you. Mr. Grindley.
Thank you. Excuse me. My name is William Grindley. I come from Silicon Valley, and for full disclosure, I'm a 52-year card-carrying, bleeding heart, knee-jerk liberal. All right? But this project is badly conceived, badly managed, and will be a disaster. My colleague Bill Warren and I have spent the last 6 years, we've written 42 publicly available reports, and a lot more that aren't, on why the finances don't work. This is my 10th time in front of the legislature, my 61st trip to Sacramento. I will take my 9th trip to Washington in a month. Our former senator from absent Richard Gordon's district, Joe Simitian, often said, Mr. Grindley, get to the point and state your thesis. So here's my thesis. The authority continues to ignore facts about ridership, fares, costs in operating existing high-speed rail systems. It moves the goalpost on legal issues, lives in a fantasy land about private investment, uses illegal in the United States accounting to portray its train as profitable, and depends on political support from downstairs to continue. Before you are 6 observations in a paper of some 14 pages, plus 1. The first documents that these guys aren't building a high-speed rail system. They're building a dirt mound because the terms shifted. They moved the goalpost. In 2014, after claiming there would be we'll build it and a concessionaire coming, they suddenly said, oh, the private sector is going to bring along investments in tracks, electrification, and signaling systems. Specifically now, in 2016, they say they want a design, build, finance, and maintain contracts. Catch the last 2, finance and maintain contracts. Not as Mr. Morales said, design and build. Design, build, finance. But they want that up front before any ridership is proven. So that's a bit of a scam going on there for the initial. The second paper documents that the authority uses an accounting system that the European Union uses for its total rail systems. But that accounting system is not allowed in the United States. European Directive 91/440 said you separate the issue of who owns the fixed infrastructure from who owns and operates the rolling stock. Well, in Europe, that means the other government agency, because all the operators are government also, takes all the cost of maintaining the tracks, electrical system, and signaling into a second pot. The third pot in most of the European countries are their health care systems. The fourth part are their pension systems. So they operate with 4 parts. Unfortunately for the authority, it all has to go into one pot here, and DOT requires such a thing. The third paper says to you that they have very carefully, with their wording over the last 3 plans, moved from recognizing AB 3034, Section 2704, subsection 8J's demand that they not need an operating subsidy, to putting that up as a lofty goal. So they're setting you up to take that fall. The fourth paper shows that the authority's computer modelers don't really know what is reality or what the authority surveys. They have never had a survey, particularly related to the present plan, that asks potential riders, what would you do riding a system which dropped you off in Bakersfield or dropped you off somewhere other than the downtown to downtown? They've never done that. So they make up their ridership numbers. The fifth paper addresses the issue that's already been addressed, which is a $63 one-way fare between Silicon Valley and San Jose. And the sixth paper in there, sorry. Thank you, David. The sixth paper asks a very interesting question. A week or so ago, I'm presently 122 pages into a critique of their plan. I asked myself, where is Oakland? Because the legislation says, and I can quote it for you, or you don't want it, the high-speed system, rail train system to be constructed pursuant to this chapter shall be designed to achieve the following characteristics. Oakland to Los Angeles Union Station in 2 hours and 40 minutes. There is no mention of Oakland in the 2016 plan or the 2014 plan. So, let me get in closing. I once again ask you, please stop this Frankenstein. Nero downstairs may be looking for a legacy, right? But you can't kick the can down this road. You're going to take the rap while he fiddles. 3 senators, all of whom had been chairs of the Transportation Committee, voted against this project in 2012. Senator Simitian said this is the wrong project in the wrong place at the wrong time. Get brave. Don't let the puppeteer pull your strings anymore. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, and thank you all for your presentations. Mr. Patterson, any questions?
Oh, may I have one more minute? Mr. Richard talked about profitability in Acela. On the back of my handout, you will find this column chart, which we presented to Mr. Morales, Mr. Richard, and Mr. Rossi in November 2011. Yeah, you can be profitable. Acela is profitable. Acela charges 3 times per passenger mile what the High-Speed Rail Authority says it's going to charge. That's a pretty big difference. I can be very profitable if I'm Gucci and can charge 3 times the price of a good handbag.